So, along with Phantasmal Flames, the Mega Charizard X EX Ultra Premium Collection Box was released just a couple of days ago. It's a mouthful, right? I mean, the name is so dang long, but yeah, this product came out, and this was another product I've talked about being pretty good. You guys know that I like Phantasmal Flames. I eventually want to buy some booster boxes, and the Mega Charizard X EX UPC is no different. It's a pretty good product. If it was cheaper and if it was more affordable on pre-order, I would have bought some, but just like Phantasmal Flames, I didn't because I truly thought that prices were going to drop. Well, Phantasm Flames, is a little bit of a different story with what's happened to the prices of the sealed product. The booster box really has not dropped at all, but the Mega Charizard X EX UPC, I'm going to start just calling it the Charizard UPC, it has dropped quite a bit. And I talked about this. I made at least one or two videos talking about this product, how investors were probably going to get cooked on it, some things to think about. A big key piece of information that was put out there was the supposed amount of supply of this product. Apparently, people were saying this product was printed a lot, and maybe the data kind of agrees with that because prices have dropped since being released, and they dropped quite a bit from just a couple of days of being released. So you can see this product here. If you don't know what it contains, it has the Mega Charizard X EX promo here, along with the Oricorio EX. A lot of people thought that was going to be in Phantasmal, but it turns out it's in this product. Comes with 65 sleeves, playmat, deck box, metal coin, and 18 booster packs. It's a pretty good product, but on pre-order prices, it was pretty expensive. Didn't buy, and because I thought it was going to drop on release, and it did. So as you guys can see here on this chart, what's happened. A huge amount of sales happened when it dropped in price on release. You can see here 575 boxes sold. That's a lot of boxes at $215. But where was it at previously? So you can see about a month ago, it was selling for $300. But I would say where you look at, more sales happening, where it started to increase here into like the 40s, 50s, was when it was about $270. And I believe that's about when I made the video talking about this being, as an investment. I'm pretty sure I was talking about it around this price point. So if you want to just do some simple math to see if you bought them, if you pre-ordered them at $270 and it's dropped all the way now down to $215, how much would you be down? So I did the math, very simple. If you bought at $270 minus the current market price divided by what you bought it for, you'd be down about 20%, which is quite a lot. 20% is a pretty big drop if you bought that. Yeah, it would be unfortunate if you bought that price point, but hopefully you guys did not. But if you did buy around here when I made those videos, then I guess that would be kind of bad. But hopefully you guys waited, and now potentially maybe it's a good investment. And I'm going to show you guys why that may be the case. Now that it's dropped quite a bit, it's dropped about $55. Obviously reprints could happen, right? With this UPC, that's possible. I know the Charizard UPC from Sword and Shield, that thing got reprinted and it dropped quite low. So is that completely possible with this? Maybe, but if it doesn't get reprinted again, this at this current price point may be a pretty good buy. And I'm gonna show you guys the numbers with that. But just looking on eBay, if you guys were wondering how much this is going for on eBay, it's not any cheaper. $215 is pretty much the exact cheapest price you're going to be getting here. Everywhere else is like $240, $230. So TCG Player is your best bet, and a lot of these are smaller sellers, so you might want to maybe buy from eBay, maybe pay like $10, $15 more if you can buy from a more reputable seller. But there's a Gold Star seller here selling it for about the same price as Lois. So this is the cheapest price. But now moving on to show you guys the value inside of this UPC. One thing I like to do with these products is look at the contents, the individual contents, how much they are selling for, and if it's a thing where the inside contents are actually worth more than what the sealed product is selling for, it could mean that this is a pretty good buy, just depending on how much more the inside contents are worth than the sealed product. Because you would think that buying a sealed product, that the price of the sealed product would be equal or more than the value of the inside stuff, but that's not always the case, especially for some of these newer products that maybe are a little bit expensive relative to maybe MSRP, which is the case here. And I'm gonna show you guys the value that's inside of here. So just looking at the contents inside, first let's just look at the promos. So the sealed promo is going for about $120. This is including the Charizard and the Oricorio. You can see it comes like in the 2-pack. You can see 120, 120, 120. It's selling for $120. So that's how much that is worth. For the other contents, the playmat, the deck box, the sleeves, all the various stuff, it's going for about $30. I think it's pretty fair to put it there. Now for the booster packs, there's 4 Mega Evolution base booster packs in here. Each of these are $751. Phantasmal Flames, there's 4 of these inside at $871 each. Destined Rivals, it has 4 Destined Rivals packs, $740 each. Journey Together, it has 4 of these packs, $671 each. And Surging Sparks, it has 2 of these at $634 each. Pretty good pack selection. All these sets are pretty good. Maybe Journey Together is a little bit of a toss-up, but overall, pretty good pack selection. So when you add all of these contents up of what's actually inside of this UPC, you get a grand total of $284. And if you guys don't believe this math, I'll just show you guys here. So $120 for the promos, $30 for the playmat, deck box, sleeves, all those things. Here is Mega Evolution, here is Phantasmal Flames, here is Destined Rivals, here is Journey Together, and lastly here is Surging Sparks. You can see all the math adds up. So at $284 of total value for the inside contents, and the sealed product is $215, that's about $70 more of value you're getting on the inside contents than actually just buying the sealed product. That's a pretty big margin. If you do 70 divided by, around like 215, that is about what, 33%? That's a pretty big amount of value you're getting in here. So just by looking at this data, right? Obviously there's many factors, like I said, like, in the future, the reprints and stuff. That's all you can talk about that. But based on what's happened, what's right now, what the current value of the products of the inside are worth, this is a pretty good buy, because I don't think anyone is saying, okay, if you can buy a sealed product for $215, but the inside contents are worth $285, like, who would say that's honestly a bad buy? So if you're doing this analysis of this product, it's a pretty good investment now. Obviously, if you bought it at $270 and you see right now how much the inside contents are worth, if you break it down, if you sell everything individually, obviously you're gonna get destroyed by shipping and fees and stuff. But if you somehow were able to sell everything at market in person somehow, which is not really possible, but somehow, I guess you'd be cutting even. But as of right now, how much prices have dropped, and you can even see in the sales volume, people see a lot of value in here. 575 boxes selling in, as of recording this, 200 bucks selling, and it's in the afternoon. People are looking at this product and seeing value in here. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is gonna go and skyrocket tomorrow, because there's more value inside of this product than what the sealed price is showing. I'm not saying that, but in terms of, okay, seeing potentially maybe this could possibly be pretty close to the floor pricing because it's already such a great deal buying it sealed rather than the individual contents, you could consider it a good investment now. Personally, if you're asking me, are you buying this? Guys, in this market especially, I'm being more cautious. This product is good, but it's to me, I'm kind of, it's kind of whatever. Like UPCs, these other things, like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of getting UPCs and stuff. It's not, it's kind of a big product. It's not like crazy big, but I'm not really looking to buy anything right now, just in general. But if you had the money and you were looking to invest into something and you like UPCs, I think this could be a pretty decent investment right now as it is. But I'm not promising you guys that this is going to skyrocket or anything. But just looking at the value you're getting here at the current price point of the sealed UPC, it's pretty good. But I'm not gonna tell you guys that like I said, this is gonna be like a crazy thing to buy right now, because it may sit here for a while at this price point, which is possible with how this market is going. But if you have some money that you want to use, I don't see how this is a terrible investment at the current time being. So that's all I want to say in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys are investing into this product at this current price point. I definitely would say that now, if you were to say you'd invest into it, I would not really disagree with you. But when it was at 270, it was kind of hard to say this was a really good investment. But that's all I want to share with you on this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.